Let's go retro game shopping at Game Pawn in Waterford, Michigan. Game Pawn is a local chain here in Michigan, and I gotta give them some props to say that every store is always stocked when I go. I thought Mega did a good job with their Pokemon license, but I wonder how LEGO will do when it's their turn soon. These weird covers for the Wii version of Madden games were always really off-putting to me, and I've heard this game is basically a fever dream. Moving to the cases, we got a slew of the hard-to-find retro goods, plenty of JRPGs for the PlayStation 1 as well as GameCube bangers, although another big stack of Melee, and even more PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 highly sought-after games. While there isn't a huge variety of complete-in-box NES and SNES games, the ones they do have are definitely some of the popular pieces. Moving to the loose carts, there's a bunch of NES ones here, but I saw Bases Loaded 4 is $75. Let me know why that one's worth so much more than the rest. I recently played Mad Max for the NES and honestly thought it was pretty neat. It is a bit repetitive though. Over in the SNES section, they've got a Heavy and Chrono Trigger, but for $250 and the label in that condition, that just seems a bit steep. Fun fact, Fellowship of the Ring is actually based on the books and not on the movies, as Vivendi did not have the rights to make the game based off of them. I borrowed this from a friend and was sorely disappointed at the time, but the Two Towers, that game ruled. Now, they do have Pokemon at market here. I don't know how they source them, but they're here. The imported packs are at a much lower cost if you're just collecting for art though. Now, to Game Pawn's credit, their handheld prices have always been great and the systems get cleaned up pretty well. I didn't grab anything on this trip as I've got a convention in a few days, but let me know what you would have bought, and cheers.